Hi, I'm Janelle Anderson, and this is my Arkansas Governor's School application. My favorite playwright is Lin-Manuel Miranda, and it's not just because he's super popular right now, but it's because he was the first person that I really saw his name on the credits and wanted to see more of what he's done. I watched Hamilton and just fell in love with it. I loved that he wrote it and was the main character in the play, and then, as I was looking him up, I saw that he did the music for Moana and Encanto and a whole bunch of other movies that my sisters and I really love, and he was in the Mary Poppins movie, and I love all of his work, and I've seen him in interviews and stuff, and he just carries himself with such a presence that I really love. Some of my favorite things about theater are the things that the audiences don't really get to see, because as much as I love being on stage, I also really love the excitement of backstage. I love the costumes and the makeup and running around backstage trying to get to your next spot. I love learning the choreography and the blocking, and I love the scripts while you're highlighting them and marking everything in. But my favorite part of theater is absolutely the camaraderie of the cast. I love how everyone can come into a room and just decide to put everything else aside and make this show great. Especially in a high school setting where not everyone really gets along outside of theater class, it's really cool to see how everyone can just let go of their differences and really put a show on. In the past 2 years, I've been in 4 theater productions. My freshman year, I was in Wizard of Oz, and I was a jitterbug and a munchkin. I really liked that show because it was really fun with the costumes and the dancing and the songs. It just got to be really goofy. My sophomore winter, we did Annie, and I was an orphan and one of the few that had a singing solo part, so that was really cool. My sophomore spring, we did Pandora and the Sickle Moon, and I was Pandora, which was really cool. I got to be kind of a narrator, main character role, and that one was really, really fun to do because it was 7 of us in the cast, and it was not a musical or a really fun show. We had to really work on how to deal with portraying really sad and painful emotions, which I never really had to do a whole lot of. So that one was really, really fun to put on. And then my junior fall, we did Clue, and I was Mr. Green. That one was really fun. We had a split cast for it, and it was really cool to put on that one because me and the other Mr. Green had to work on how to switch characters entirely, because in one line towards the end of the show, you have to go from being this kind of very timid little guy who's spilling drinks on himself and everyone around him to an FBI agent who's been faking this whole thing. So it was really interesting to see how we were going to deal with costumings and put all the props in and deal with that character change over 1 second. So it was really, really, really fun. Yeah. Putting aside the fact that I want to be in every show that I've ever seen, a dream role of mine has always been Catherine from Newsies. I love how energetic she is and how powerful she is, and how she's, even though no one's really believing in her, she's still doing it, and she wants to do the right thing, and she wants to make a difference, and she is, even though there's so much doubt that she can. She has such a fun song, and I think she would be so much fun to play because of her character and because the show as a whole is one of my favorites. Newsies, both the movie and the musical, are a family favorite in my house. We watch them both all the time, more than the normal household would. And it's wonderful because Newsies is such an empowering show, and it's such a fun one with great dances and great songs, and it would be so amazing to be part of it in any way possible. So Catherine is absolutely my dream role. The next few clips are from Pandora and the Sickle Moon, my sophomore spring production. I was Pandora, had pink curls, and there's 3 clips from different spots in the show where I had the most speaking lines.
I was the first woman. The gods of craftsmanship knelt and gathered a handful of clay and one of water. They mixed them, creating me. They called me Pandora, which means all gifted. Yes, I imagine you've heard my name. It was I who released evil from its bindings, gave flight to its razored wings, and now we all must suffer. You may blame me, the fault is mine alone, all gifted indeed. The day I released evil upon the world, shame poured like tar into my veins, burning from the inside out. That day, the full moon of my soul was plucked from the sky and ground into slivers of twilight. I smothered my own soul with these 2 hands made of water and earth. Now, a sad sickle of the moon remains, spinning from its silver string, eternally vibrating where a whole soul once hung. Leave me! Bring the queen and her sons. We live, then have to see the pain I have caused, destroying our world. Yet, live I will. I must atone for my action. So I do penance of the self-inflicted kind. My daily chore in this purgatory is watching my own transgression at work. I watch the evil play out. Think that's deranged, do you? I must do something to pay for my misdeed. And watching today's story will be no different, except that you lucky fools are here to witness the same. Who is deranged now? For today's story, I take you to a kingdom out of time and place. There is a queen. Her name is Skadas. She awaits her second-born son, Bold, to return with news of her husband's victory in battle. Sadly, yes, here he is. You see Bold kneeling at the battlefield grave of his father, the king. We will not return to Skadas with good news. The queen's firstborn son sits here, beneath an olive tree in the courtyard. This is his favorite place to escape. His name is Bruno. He has never spoken. There is one more. This is Freya, a princess from a rival kingdom who has been captured by the queen's guards in the same battle that killed the king. When asked whether she wanted to die with her kingdom or live without freedom, she chose a life of forced servitude. It seems we have something in common. Here our story begins, and my penance sustains for the sake of my sickle moon soul. And now I am, as you, a witness to the evil I have poisoned the world with. Be gentle with your judgment of me. Who among you would not have done the same? My sickle moon soul spins off its axis now, sees a ruin I have caused, and there is nothing I can do except only to watch the avalanche as it cascades. In their self-imposed exile, Freya and Bruno hear of the new king's edict. If I were her, knowing what has since transpired, I might have wished to die alongside my family.
No, you would have done the same.
I hear you. But I spoke to Skadas. Not once did she ever.
There are those who choose to listen to their internal knowing and those who do not. She was one who did not. Hers is a voice of reason, of hope.
I am anything but hopeful. This story is my penance. This is a story without hope.
No, it is full of hope.
How?
Has it ended yet? You will see.
I cannot live with myself.
You must allow yourself forgiveness. I do. If the world were without evil, then the good would not be so good, and we would not have a choice of being good. Then we would simply be. I will die tonight.
Please, no.
Bruno saved my life, and now I must save his by confessing to the Queen's death.
Vol will spare your life, because he loves you.
No, I will not let him. He is a man of his word, and he has issued a decree. And he will not back down from his word just because it is me. He has to kill.
If you die, there is no hope here. If anyone must die, it should be me.
No. No more despair, Pendle. No more blame. No more penance.
You told Vol that only a coward chooses death.
So I still believe. I'm choosing life. Yours, and Brono's, and Vol's. The gods have placed us all here for different reasons. And this is mine.
But why should I live?
Just keep telling the story. You must.
And so, Freya died. Vol and Bruno fled the kingdom together, and it was soon that no one had ever heard of the young servant girl. But I had, and you have. In her death, as Vol held her, I could hear him say to her, "There is light all around you, Freya. It surrounds you and flows out your fingertips." What I learned from Freya was that even a half sickle of a moon, howbeit ever so small, still provides life. Now, in spite of all the evil, the sickle of my moon soul spins happily from its silver string, eternally vibrating, where a whole floats. And so, that is our story. And all that remained was hope.